Evening all. It's HHV the Judge with me, the Sheriff of Tippingham, and Judge there, Judge Pottage. There he is. Well, we've got two big races for you. I'm on the comeback trail, Judge, after you give me a bit of a kick in terms of tipping. You didn't come around my house and do me in.
No, I didn't come around your house, mate. No,
yeah. Well, nobody comes around my house, mate. That's a different story. We're very private people.
I just got to get the raw tea in.
Oh, superb. See what he did there, folks. Ratty just missed out last week. But yes, followers of the Judge, he's in form at the moment. Of course, that free YouTube channel, Judge Pottage. Let's get those views up. You're going to do another one, I believe, tonight, Judge, on there after we finish.
I fancy one at Beverley for tomorrow. Had a nice winner last night, Waterton. Which was the first one from our Judge's dual side. First one from that.
Yeah, I will be there with you at some stage, unfortunately. As people who watch my channel will know, I was in Blackpool on Monday, so I couldn't join you. And we had an Austrian Theory for HFC Club. Did it at 18-1. Yeah, it's been a bit light since then, but I intend to come back tomorrow. Before we start, if you're in my HFC Club, you'll get your big Saturday mail. There'll be some free bets, but there'll also be access to a big Saturday Lucky 15. So do look out for that in the morning. So there will be free selections, but there will also be a big HFC Lucky 15. Now, Judge, we're going to look at the 225 at Sandown, the Coral Challenge, and then we're going to go to Haydock for the 315, which is the Old Newton Cup. Yet again, these tough races, we do not back away. So let's start at Sandown in the 225, the Coral Challenge. 11 runners go to post. It's Eclipse Day. You're going to be there, Judge. It's a Class 2 over a mile. 11 go to post. So you're going to be there, mate. Who are you going to be going down the paddock? Who is the selection?
Well, Sinjari went in my tracker after it ran a cracking race against the draw bias last time out. But I've always had this horse down as a big field, fast-paced type horse. And I just don't know. He's not for me at this price. I mean, I've been interested 8-1 in a big field, but not at sort of 11-4, 5-2. Thank you very much. So, I'm going to have to let him win at that price. Obviously, interesting. You've got a Guineas horse in the race, Check and Challenge, but I'll have to check that one out, I'm afraid. Escobar has run in this race and placed 3 times, but he's on a higher mark than those places, so I'm going to have to take him on as well. I come down to sort of cut it down to 3 outsiders. I thought Uzo had course and distance form. Darkness looks like a David O'Mara plot job, possibly. But I'm going for the other plot job, the horse with course form, which we always like on this channel, Simon. I like Très Fleur, I think, for the French. I don't know what that really means. Probably very flowery. I don't really know. But this horse won over course and distance last year off a £7 higher mark. And I think this is its cup final for the season. I think this has been laid out for a Sandown handicap. It's a 50 grand to the winner race. It's got Sylvester de Souza on to get push and shove on. I think this is a big price. I know the 14s has gone. It's still 11s. I think it's a lovely each way bet here, mate. So I'm at for Très Fleur. A very good bet, I hope.
Yeah, well, there you go. Decision by the Judge. Now, I agree with you on Sinjari. This horse, Sinjari, would find trouble in an empty house, wouldn't he? He always seems to be drawn on the wrong side. He always seems to have excuses. He was second in not his last run last year. He was 4th, wasn't he, in his last run?
Yeah,
but the previous then he was second twice. And I've never known more excuses and look out for him next time. Now, as a general rule of thumb, whatever happens tomorrow, even if he wins, when you get these horses where people say, oh, look out for him, he's unlucky, next time, you can do an absolute fortune on them, and sometimes they never win. Some horses just, I'm not saying he's a shirker, I just think he's one of them horses that doesn't really put it all in. Maybe being harsh.
That's the big field thing, it comes through late.
Yeah, you'd have to sneak him through. And I like you, I don't think this race is going to set up for him at all. So he's a jolly I want to take on. Check and Challenge, not for me either. Lion Tower was of interest to me at 6-1. I do think he's maybe a touch too high in the weights now. But Grant Chew is a superb trainer. And, the old Ted Rogers form, 3-2-1. I'm not sure that was the strongest heat run at York last time. Yeah, Dusty Bin. All that brigade. Yeah. Showing your age there, mate, remembering that. The horse I like here is the Hannon horse, Tahitian Prince. Again, 11-1. Age 5, Sam Hitchcock takes the ride. He's won 4 times on decent ground. Won on the all-weather as well. But last time out at Windsor, again, I'm kind of double dutching here because I said that the favourite doesn't put it all in. If you watch that race, he really was having a little look round and not really fancying it. But that form's working out. He was 4th or 6th. But if ever there was a horse where you put notes down, needs headgear in capital letters, will not bet or tip unless seen headgear. He's had 47 days off. Tomorrow he is indeed wearing those first-time blinkers. On the balance of his form, his win last year and his second last year off higher marks would put him bang here tomorrow if these blinkers have sorted out that little looking round. He's had a long break. I understand from a little mole that this horse is working rather well at the moment, carries quite a bit of confidence. And I think at a double figure price, I'm going to take a chance of these blinkers, bring him back to the form of last year. If they do, 11-1 is going to look very big indeed. So the judge has gone Tres Fleur, number 9. Take the 11s. That is being seriously backed. And I've gone the Hannon horse. Will he love those blinkers? I think he might, 11-1, 2. So 2 each ways there. And you got yourself a little profit. But let's hope we got the winner between as we then go on to one of the great Haydock handicaps, or one of the great handicaps anywhere over a middle distance. It is the Old Newton Cup, Class 2, 18 runners. We say it every week. Do check out who's going those extra places. I'm not one for criticising, but when Virgin Bet agreed to go on Odds Checker and decided they were going to go 4 places on this race, I'm not sure how much business they thought they would attract. But there you go, Virgin Bet. None of my business.
First-time bettors.
Exactly. Yeah. There's so many you could go with that one. 5 places, but there are firms going 6. Again, it's a big field. Now, there are 18 runners go to post. We have a race that revolves around a short price favourite. Now, people who watched me over the years, Judge, and watch you since you've joined this happy band, will know that we ain't great fans of shorties in big field handicaps. That isn't, and I had this discussion with somebody actually again the other day, that isn't to say that they don't win. Of course they win. That would be nonsense and folly. What we are saying is, and I say this, you've got to look bigger picture. You've got to look at theories. You've got to look at ways of approaching this game that will keep you in profit. And if the only thing you're going to bet on is short price jollies in big Saturday handicaps, you're going to get your happy days when you're shouting out to your friends, "Oh, I was on that." But overall, you ain't going to be at the platform mark profit, in my view. So I'm looking to get these beat. We've got 5 or 4 other chances, depending if you get the 6 places or the 5. We've got 4 other chances at least to get a profit out of this race, Judge. So why risk it? Now, I will discuss the favourite now, because this is clearly a very, very progressive horse. It's number 5, Garcia. Kieran Fallon takes the ride for the all-conquering Hagishad. I haven't got the stats in front of me, but his win strike rate of the last fortnight, I think, is about 168%. I mean, just incredible. Now, this thing has won its last 4. He's won at this trip. He's won on good and soft ground on the all-weather. He's got a lot of bases covered. He won at York in May, beating Forza Auto by a length. But he comes in here with a huge chance. But my issue is, Judge, I can't have this 5-4, 11-8 in 18 runner handicaps. I just can't. So I'm going to look elsewhere. Now, it looks like Trawlerman is going to be a non-runner. Now, that's the second favourite out. So do check your prices. There will probably be some compression in this market. We've got Liverpool Knight, third favourite. They can get 9-1 and that. He will have his supporters. I think he's a progressive horse. I look long and hard about a horse that's been gambled on here, Secret Shadow, number 17, with Haley Turner. I think it's a fascinating contender, but that I was interested when that horse was 14-1 earlier. I'm not sure I was interested at 8s. The Balding Yard have had a big week, and when the Balding Yard get rolling, it is amazing, Judge, how their horses are smashed. Now, we saw that staying horse at Sandown today go from 9-2 to whatever it went off at, 9-4, I think, the one that won at Ascot. And it looks like some people connected to the yard, or some people who bet the yard, think that they're going to be building up their money on Secret Shadow. So you've got to give that a chance. But for me, at a much bigger price, the horse I'm very, very interested in, he had to be my selection, is ridden by the superb Rossa Ryan. And he's number 9 here, Inchicore, trained by Alan King, last seen 42 days ago, winning at Goodwood. Interestingly, that was over 1.6 miles on Good to Soft. He beat a horse called Surrey Gold. Now, he's 5, but he hasn't got that many runs on the board. We know that Kingy is a superb dual-purpose trainer. We saw that with Trushan, who pulled off one of the most impressive handicap wins
all
of
right,
my
lifetime. All right.
Yeah. Hey, no, I wow. But hey, he wasn't 6-4, was he? You could get like 6-1 at him. Now, Inchicore, I like the fact he's won over further. I do like that start in this race. I like the fact it's Alan King. I thought that actually, if you watch the race, he looked a little bit uncomfortable at Goodwood, like a lot of horses do, with the camber and what have you. But he actually still stuck his head down and got the job done. I think there's going to be bags of pace on here. And I think he's the sort of horse who might pick up any pieces. Now, you can get 16-1. Some firms go in 6 places. He won last time. He was 3rd first time out this year when paddock pickers and paddock watchers there that day say he clearly needed the race. 42 days on. I think he's still progressing. He's going to have to be to win this off 96. But I think he's going to be bang there. And I think 16-1 is way too big. So that's me, Judge. What about you?
Well, this is a race. I definitely agree with you. I think, look, the fate's 6-4. It's 40% chance of winning. Really, I don't think if you run these races overall, you'd show a profit back in 6-4 pokes. Don't care how good they are. I've got to be honest. I mean, the form was quite good, but the win was quite impressive. But the form doesn't mount to a tin of beans, really.
No.
Horses in behind, none of them have come out pretty much and won. The Queen's horse was 3rd. I put that in my tracker. Thought that was the right type for a Royal Ascot. That was well beat at Royal Ascot. I mean, look, it could be anything. I'm taking it on at 6-4. Like you say, you've got extra places. I certainly respect the Balding Yard. I think they've won this 2 or 3 times in recent years. They definitely won it with Alunak last year. And Mirando's a type, and Secret Shadow and Something Enticing were interesting. Interestingly, Secret Shadow was beat by Inchicore last time out, and also Mirando was in the same race. So yes, I wouldn't put you off that line at all. But I've got a sneaky one here. I'd say it's a sneaky one. It's like an obvious one. It's the top weight. It's a 4-year-old. Don't think it's improving much, but I don't think it has to. This horse comes in here with the best form. That's why it's got top weight. It's got 3 runs at I'll spit it out. Haydock, first, second. It's one over the course. Obviously, it's one at the distance. I must say, perhaps this trip might stretch it a bit. But with the extra places, 20-1 for Fancy Man, which no one could call me that, is massive. This horse 2 runs ago ran against Alan Kerr and Lord North, who are running in the Eclipse this afternoon, or tomorrow afternoon, if you like. I mean, it's progressing. It's got it's got beat trying to make all the running last time out, which wouldn't have suited it round Kempton. But its previous 2 runs, you could argue, are nearly career best runs. So I think at 20-1. It's huge. I think it's more like a 10-12-1 chance. I've been telling all the boys and the ladies in the office, I do think this has got a great chance tomorrow. Probably end up with egg on my face. But for me, Fancy Man, maybe I'll be fancy dressing up tomorrow.
Wow. So Fancy Man, the class act, top of the shop. A horse with a touch of class, 20-1. Don't say we don't give you big prices on this show. 20 to 1. Try and get the extra prices. I'm on Inchicore. Like you say, he's beaten horses who are much lower in price, and he beat them convincingly. So I'm going to stick with him and urge you to take the 16 to 1 on offer with him. I think we might see all our horses backed. We'll just quickly whiz back to Sandown, where we had the 225. I have gone for Tahitian Prince, and Judge has gone for Tres Fleur, both 11 to 1. So everything is a double figure price. You've got 4 bets to go at. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. I'll be back on Sunday morning. Remember that big HFC Lucky will be available, and some free selections in the HFC mail. Check out Judge Pottage later, his free channel. He'll have another free selection for you. Big plans for that channel in the near future. I will see you on Monday, hopefully, Judge, and we can
crossed,
talk
mate,
through. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I was end up recording it Tuesday, but I intend on doing it Monday this week.
Yeah. Well, if you record it Tuesday, I'll have some winners from Monday night in it. Yeah. No flies on me. And I will, I said, be back Sunday morning. Have a great day tomorrow. If you do see the Judge at
say hello.
Sandown, do go and say hello, and ask him if he, if you've done your dough, if he's got any transport arrangements for you to get home. Yeah, it's okay. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? So have a great day tomorrow, Judge. I'll see you on Monday on your channel, and back here next Friday when we'll do it all again. So have a great weekend, folks. Keep it Holden sources. Get yourself signed up for the Judge. Get in HFC Club because, well, what can I say? We're the home of big price winners.